Welcome into Good News Forecast. I'm meteorologist Kaylee Bowers.
And I'm Sophia Pericone. Thanks for joining us here on Good News Forecast. It's a chance for us to share the positive and fun stories happening around the world, across the country, right here in our own backyards with all of you.
Yes.
Kaylee,
Sophia.
how'd your week go?
Pretty good. It was kind of a longish week, but not too bad. We had some storm coverage that we managed. We handled it. But I got to spend some time at home with my parents and the dogs, and nice chill week.
Good.
End of the week. How's your week going?
It was good, and it's getting better because we're getting some hot heat here in Northwest Ohio, which I'm excited about. But of course, it is important to stay safe with that heat. We're talking feels like temperatures in the triple digits, right?
In the triple digits, absolutely. Yeah, so we say we record this on Sunday, so depending on what time of the week you're watching it, we're seeing feels like temperatures anywhere between 105 degrees, even a little bit higher in some areas, a little bit cooler, but the next week or so we'll be seeing temperatures in the 90s.
I like it. That's a good news forecast to me.
What's your ideal temperature?
Ideal is 85 to 87.
Okay.
So if we're pushing into the 90s, but that's totally fine.
Yeah.
What I really don't like is the humidity, though, and I know it's humid here, but that's okay. I'll still take the 90s over the 20s any day.
I'm feeling my hair already.
My hair has completely fallen out.
It's very voluminous or very flat, depending on the hairstyle.
I know how you feel.
But let's get started with this week's Good News Forecast. We want to shine a light on one of our very own right here at WTOL 11.
So usually she's one of the many behind-the-scenes pros bringing you the news, but this week our very own Gina Lungquist made some headlines of her own, breaking a national powerlifting record. Check this out.
Now, at this powerlifting competition, Gina squatted, get this, 380 pounds.
Oh my.
She shattered the national record in her class by 65 pounds.
She also deadlifted 391 pounds, just narrowly missing that record when another competitor topped it. But that's not bad for someone who says holding a microphone still wears her out. That is so cool. Congrats, Gina. I love seeing her shine.
And she's a shining light, not only in the newsroom, but also in the community too.
Yeah.
Gina is one of the nicest, most passionate people, whether it's about, weightlifting or telling stories in the community, but also her dog too. So Gina, congratulations.
Yes, her dog Schnitzel, who is nowhere near 380 pounds.
She's probably lighter than the microphone, honestly.
I know, it's amazing. Great job, Gina. It kind of scares me a little bit. Well, she's really nice, but I'm like, she could beat me up.
And it's really cool because Gina is one of the shorter ones in the newsroom too. And you just see her come around, it's like, all right, this girl's got power.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
She could bench all of us in there all day, any day. So awesome job, Gina. And sticking in the world of sports, a group of dads is making it their mission to make sure every member of the LGBTQ+ community feels included.
CBS News Chicago has more on play catch with the dad.
You want to play catch? All right, come here.
For John Permateo, tossing a ball back and forth
You can't stop smiling.
comes with words of encouragement
Happy Pride, kiddo.
and a meaningful hug. These four dads are part of the nonprofit Play Catch with a Dad. They came out to Gallagher Way to make the day of anyone they share a past with at the Cubs' annual Pride celebration.
So many people in this community didn't have the support or lost the support of a father when they were younger. I'm Dad.
Nice to meet you.
Each of these fathers, like Kevin Schultz, have their own kids back home.
Two of whom are out and queer, and I know how difficult it can be a journey for lots of people.
John got this idea back in 2019 at an event in Pennsylvania. He says most people walked past him and ignored his sign, except one girl stopped and asked him to play.
Within 2 throws, she was just openly weeping. And I was weeping because I was there for her.
It's that kind of emotion Permateo says he sees others evoke at each event he travels to across the country.
Never in a million years did I dream that we'd be at Wrigley Field in 2025 for Pride Night.
And I wanted to spiral well.
For Marley Perkins, this is a concept she connects with.
When I first walked up and saw this, I was like standing with my girlfriend and our friends, and I started crying because I was like, that's so cute. Like, it's just like really cute for like people who need it.
I think it goes a long ways, you know. When was the last time you had a hug from your dad?
We hold them tight and say, you're a great kid. And boy, everybody wants to hear that sometimes, don't they?
For this one night, each of these fathers are everyone's dads at the Cubs game, giving them the support they need to keep going. At Wrigley Field, Marissa Sulik, CBS News, Chicago.
So sweet. I know, I always
That's
get
so
you with
sweet.
the emotional stories.
Normally it's later on in the broadcast, but
Yeah,
our second
surprise.
story,
Sorry.
that is awesome. We were chatting during the package. You know, very fitting for Father's Day, baseball season, football season's coming up.
June is Pride Month as well.
Pride-
So
yeah, so that is
sort of
perfect.
fits it all. Yeah, very sweet. Nice to, I like when the reporter, or someone said in the story, you know, when was the last time you got a hug from dad? And it's like
that just
everyone
gave me
needs a hug
chills.
from dad. And that is so sweet.
And do you notice his name tag? It said Dad.
Yeah, they all, I think at the beginning it said like, you know, they ask what's my name. I say, I'm Dad. And they all say, I'm Dad. Because that's it. That's all you need to know. They're a dad, there for you in that moment. Thank you to them for doing that.
Thank you to all the
Very
dads.
sweet.
That is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Well, let's turn back a little closer to home. Some kids are riding around in style for the rest of the summer.
Ooh, Vistula Management gave out around 100 bikes and helmets this week. It's something leaders say is all about meeting the community where they can, when they can, and they're proud to do it.
Vistula's been in this community for 44 years, and our passion started off with affordable housing, and now it's about giving back to this very community in which our office is in and some of us live in.
And we're told that the bikes that were not picked up, they were donated.
I love that. I feel like biking, I don't know, but oh, that's a pretty one. That's the one,
cute.
when I was little, I would want that one.
The little tassels.
Yeah, with the tassels. Do you remember learning how to ride a bike?
Learning? No. I don't. I really don't. Do
That's
you?
good, because it might have been traumatic, like mine was.
Well, oh no, what
Well,
happened?
so I grew up at the bottom of a hill in our
No,
neighborhood.
okay.
So for me, it was send her down on the hill on the bike. And, you know, it worked out. I love riding bikes, but, you know, it's one of those just let her go. And she went.
I mean, it's kind of like the sink or swim moment, like let the bird
Yeah.
leave the nest.
Yeah.
So I do have a funny bike story.
Okay, let's hear it.
And it's not a story, more so a sentence, but, oh, okay, we're coming to camera one. So my dad has a tandem bike.
Oh, fun.
Or we had one. So I remember in high school, my friends and I would ride around on the tandem bike
Yeah.
around the neighborhood, and they go, oh, there's Kaylee and one of her friends. I'll tell you what, tandem bikes are hard to ride.
They are hard to ride. Yes, a lot of it's about trust, and it's really hard to. I think being on the front is easier than being on the back.
It just
but
depends.
they are hard.
Because on the
Yeah.
backside, you can't steer. You're just holding on and
Yeah,
pedaling.
you're just there.
Whereas the front, you have to kind of navigate the turn
Yeah,
wide
and you
enough.
feel, it's not that it's heavy, but you are pulling something. But I agree, I've never heard anyone else agree that tandem bikes are hard, so I am glad I found you.
Good news forecast.
We should get
right
on
there.
the tandem bike.
Oh
you and me.
gosh, on the road.
The Village of Cary just celebrated the launch of a new space for all families to enjoy.
After nearly a month, Cary's new inclusive playground is now open. Dominique O'Neill has the story.
I would like to welcome you to the grand opening of.
That's the village administrator for the Village of Cary, Mike Rosman. He says the idea of building an inclusive playground started in 2022.
It's a great feeling. I mean, from where it started to the finished product today, it's awesome. I mean, this is a great addition to our parks into Wyandotte County, in the Village of Cary, so we appreciate it all.
Rosman says it's about a $500,000 project. Part of the funds come from grants from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, and the rest that they've collected so far have came from donors and business owners.
So far, we've raised or donated up to $400,000 so far. So just part of our renovation to our Memorial Park.
Dozens attended today's ribbon cutting held at Memorial Park, but this is not just any playground area. It is also specialized for people with handicaps, and it offers options for families.
So to have this all-inclusive playground that's wheelchair accessible and all the fun jazz, you know, I love it.
It's been good to get this place up and running. My daughter, she's a special needs kid, and I guess we have to go to Findlay before, and now we right down the road. It's been awesome. It's really nice.
It's a great addition to our community. Our kids love it. Like I said, we live a block away. They love coming over here to play.
I think it means a lot for accessibility in our small town, and I think it's a really great addition for Cary.
To have a playground that allows all kids to be a part of the family and the community is great.
Reporting in the Village of Cary, Dominique O'Neill, WTOL 11.
awesome. I love that for them.
I love that so much. I love not only for the community, but for the kids as well too. We gotta give a shout out though.
Yes.
Meteorologist Ryan Weekman, he does something very similar with this with Wood County Plays, goes all across Wood County and builds inclusive playgrounds. So that is just truly memorable.
It's great to see, and there was a dad, I think, in that story that mentioned, like, my child has special needs. We used to have to go further away.
Yeah.
Now it's just a quick walk from home. That's amazing. I mean, quality of life definitely increasing. That's awesome. But it's a way for people with special needs and people who are able-bodied to play together, get along, and just create that environment of inclusivity. It's really amazing.
I forget the way that Ryan exactly words in Wood County Plays, but it's for people of all abilities.
Yeah.
And it truly makes a difference because these children are going to grow up remembering, oh, I could go play on the playground. So that is way to go, Carrie, and also other playgrounds as well too across the area.
I love it. We'll be right back.
Welcome back in. Toledo is being recognized by a major publication. Now, based on data, travel, and leisure, just ranked Toledo as the second most affordable city in the United States where you can live comfortably.
Toledo was given the #2 spot for places to live comfortably because of its low cost of living, easy commute times, and for being an affordable vacation spot for families. Ahead of Toledo at #1 is Cleveland, and behind Toledo at #3 is Detroit.
Now, the top 5 most expensive spots on the list include 4 California cities and Honolulu, Hawaii.
Which I believe, I'm proud of Toledo for
That's
ranking.
very impressive.
Yeah, and neither of us are from here, but we have chosen to make Toledo home.
Yeah.
And I can say, at least for me, cost of living is definitely, I almost just went down there, sorry.
You were just so excited.
I was so excited. Cost of living definitely was a huge
stand
factor. Flamingo.
No, we did that story a couple weeks ago, didn't we?
The flamingos? Yeah.
Anyways, squirrel moment. But you know, when we were reading the list on the teleprompter, I thought, okay, is this just for Ohio? And then we said #3 was Detroit. So that's pretty interesting that Toledo got to be that high on the list across the country.
Yeah, and if you're not feeling Toledo, Cleveland's not far away, Detroit's not far. So where we are regionally is just really great too. And again, that was another factor that went into coming back to Toledo for me is we're so close to so much. Toledo is such a well-positioned city and it's a great place to be.
We love the 419.
We sure do. And speaking of things to love about the 419, a Northwest Ohio summer staple is coming back this July. The 13th annual Pizza Palooza returns to Centennial Terrace in Sylvania on July 18th and 19th.
Oh, I am marking my calendar right now. It's put on each year by the Sylvania Area Chamber of Commerce, and guests can attend and sample slices from 12 local pizzerias and vote for their favorite. This year's vendors include Bambino's, Stubborn Brothers, Romeo's, Mama Mary's, and Vikings. I'm just so excited about all these
So
places.
excited. Plus, Jets, J-Cups, Dandino's, Pizza Cat, Hindsight, Cameo Pizza served by the VI, and Mike's Pizza. They'll be there as well. There will also be sweet treats and live music. Last year, Jets Pizza won.
Ooh, and remember, this is July 18th and 19th. Admission is $8, but children 12 and under are free.
Amazing.
Not bad.
Favorite pizza spot in Northwest Ohio, if you have one?
Oh gosh, I don't want to give a preference to just one because there's all so many favorite.
Okay.
I'll say my favorite pizza topping, depending on the mood, is just cheese or cheese and pepperoni.
Okay, fair. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
Oh, I had a feeling you were gonna ask me that. I'll be honest, I've never tried a good pineapple on pizza.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say no, but I'm still open to trying it.
Okay.
What about you? Do you like pineapple?
I do like pineapple on pizza. I know it's controversial, but I really like it. I like the sweetness of the pineapple and the saltiness of like pepperoni and ooh, I'm hungry. I really love pizza.
You're hungry?
I'm hungry. I can eat pizza for days, but
you know, again, I'm not opposed to it, but this reminded me back a couple years ago, I tried fruit on a salad for the first time. It was like mangoes or something. And the concept of like fruit on salad and fruit on pizza kind of freaked me out a little bit.
okay. I will say I do like a fruity salad, but mango, I don't know if that's the right fruit on a salad. Like, I love like a dried cherry on a salad or strawberries. Strawberries, blueberries, arugula, a little goat cheese. That's a good salad right there. There you go. This could become a cooking show.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Is this entire block now just all food related? Should we just go ahead and skip through all of this? No? I think we should keep going.
The next one is a food story.
Of course it is. So let's see. So while you can enjoy pizza in Sylvania next month, again, mark your calendars, people in Virginia just enjoyed a big bite out of an even bigger crab cake.
This is the world's largest crab cake. It's 300 pounds and was created to celebrate Chesapeake Bank's 125th anniversary. The extra large crab cake was brought out at a Richmond Flying Squirrels game.
Now the bank says the one-of-a-kind crab cake gives Richmond a flavorful reminder of the bank's history and commitment to the community. You know I'm gonna pass. Congratulations.
Ew, I love a crab cake, but looking at that sickens me.
It also looks like just the way that they're walking, because it's so heavy, it looks like it's slow motion. Just doesn't look cooked.
Yeah.
Again, congratulations. I'm sure it was delicious to whoever made it.
I don't know. I like a normal size crab cake, but like thinking about like the texture. Ooh.
Like, look, can we bring the video back up just for a moment, if possible? Like, look at that. Do you see? There's like a giant piece of crab right in the middle of it.
Well, it is a crab cake.
But that's like the whole crab, it looks like. That, do you see it? It's like an entire arm or
like
a leg or a claw.
That is nasty.
Like, again, that does not look cooked. Yeah, even Nick running our camera, he's
Nick,
like, he's,
You're in for it? You would eat it? No, he would not
no.
eat it. He would
No.
not eat it. Smart move, Nick. Okay, that's gross. We're gonna move on from that to something not gross. So while people at the Flying Squirrels game in Virginia, which by the way, that's a whole other thing we can talk about, is the flying squirrels. While they were enjoying their crab cakes, fans at the Washington Nationals game got to see the cutest player on the team, Bruce the Bat Dog.
Oh, I can talk about dogs, it's fine. This is Bruce. He's a 21-month-old golden retriever. He was called up to fetch bats during the ceremony before the Nationals took on the Miami Marlins. Before making it to the big leagues, he spent 2 seasons with Washington's AAA team.
And it wasn't just all work for Mr. Bruce. He was presented a commemorative bat for his dedication to his duty.
Oh, who's a good boy?
He is. I love Bruce. What a good boy. Now, I will say, I didn't put this in the script, but so he got called up to the MLB, but he is returning back to his AAA team home, which good for him, good dog. Maybe this needs to become a regular thing, though, at every baseball game. Mud Hens, if you're listening, you have the opportunity to do the cutest thing in the world.
I mean, Barkley, my border collie, she's ready to step up to the plate.
Oh, Barkley would be great for this.
You know, I don't think she would, honestly.
Oh, no? She's so smart, though.
She is, but when it comes to a bat, I don't know. She loves like a good ball.
Okay.
So once they hit the ball, maybe she can be in the outfield and go get it.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. She can be catching home runs.
That is so cute. But while dogs like Bruce are helping out in the field, other dogs are helping out in the vet's office.
Take a look at how some dogs are donating their blood to help their fellow four-legged buddies.
Firsts can always be a little nerve-wracking.
It is my first time donating.
Stacy Cooper's never donated blood before.
I was like, I've never passed out before, so I think I'm good.
She works at CSU Veterinary Teaching Hospital.
Doing okay? Yep. I'm going to scrub your arm clean for 30 seconds. Like, I think I'm O positive, but I'm not 100%.
She sees how important it is to help others.
Cora.
Stacy also wanted to donate because her best friend already does.
I have the left one to hold her.
Her best pal is a 5-year-old golden.
She's actually sitting down so nicely right there.
Cora's been donating blood for about 3 years now and is prepping to donate again soon.
Donates blood about every 2 to 3 months to help other dogs. I just have seen a lot of dogs needing blood products.
If anyone that has a dog are aware that they get into trouble, so they can get into traumas and require blood products.
CSU Assistant Professor Sarah Shropshire works with Stacy and says dogs have a blood type too.
At the moment, we mainly talk about being positive or negative in dogs.
How are you feeling?
Good. Stacy's first time donating wasn't too long.
Much simpler than I thought it was going to be.
And Cora got to help her owner give back.
That was very, very easy. She's great. I love her.
So sweet. I love her too. What a good girl Cora is.
Oh my gosh. I never thought about that, but yeah, your pets go through surgery or they need the extra blood transfusion. So where do they get that from?
I know. I never thought about that either. And then I saw this and I was like, wow. I wonder if, so that story's out of Colorado. I do wonder if anyone here does that. I'm sure they have to because dog surgeries happen everywhere.
Yeah.
Is this something you would see Barkley doing? Or would you want Barkley to do? It's a hard decision.
You know, I would love to always give back and help out, but just knowing how Barkley is, and she is, again, you've met her, she's one of the most kind, lovable people, but that girl can also not sit still for a while. I think getting her arm pricked a little bit might be a little scary.
Yeah.
But something we could always try.
Yeah, Cora looked so happy.
Those golden retrievers have the most mild and chill personalities, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so sweet. What a good girl Cora is. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. A Maryland organization is making an impact on hundreds of lives. It all began with one man's inspiring idea for a concept called Vehicles for Change.
Now families across Maryland and beyond are benefiting in a huge way. Take a look.
At this car service center outside Baltimore, beyond those hard concrete walls, is a story with a soft spot.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Marty Schwartz runs this shop that looks like any other shop, only it's not. These cars won't be sold, they won't be auctioned.
It's just amazing.
Because they're given away to those in need.
You can see their faces light up when we tell them. We're the only program like this in the entire country.
It's called Vehicles for Change. Marty arrived here after a shift in perspective while coaching high school baseball.
And when you coach a lot, I saw a lot of the issues that parents had and just getting kids to and from practice.
What began as a small nonprofit turned into something much bigger. In 26 years, they've given away more than 8,000 cars.
We had a story just recently at a CEO club meeting. A woman sits down at our table. She now owns a very successful business. And at lunchtime, she grabs me. She says, "I got to tell you something." I said, "What's that?" She said, "I got a car from you." Doesn't get any better.
But in a way, this story does get better.
Check this coolant right here.
Terrence Grandy is a technician for Vehicles for Change.
I did 5 years.
5 years in prison. He'd been in and out since high school.
Just a lot of factors in my younger life that really led me to make wrong decisions. Life was like, I guess you would say, very difficult. Dad wasn't around. Mom worked all the time.
Vehicles for Change not only gives cars away, it gives people like Terrence another chance. Here, Terrence got mechanic training and a full-time job.
People that live in poverty, people that are incarcerated, they're not that way because they want to be. They just need opportunities.
And when you get one of those opportunities,
it makes me feel a whole lot up here. I'm not gonna lie.
We asked Terrence what this meant, the chance to help those in situations all too familiar to him. You can see the impact in his eyes, what it means for him now, what it means for his future.
The sky's not the limit. Don't limit your level of success, you know? Reach for the galaxies.
Even if he misses, he'll land among the cars. In Baltimore County, Maryland, Sean Martinelli, WUSA 9.
What an incredible story. That might be one of my favorites that we've had on Good News Podcast.
I really like that. And that's a good quote that he said, "Don't shoot for the sky. Keep going."
Yeah.
Keep going. Yeah. That is, and just the way that they're giving back. And like they mentioned, that CEO, she got a car from him years ago. And it's always good to give back because you never know who's going to be impacted and how they may cross paths with you again.
And the impact that you make on someone is so incredible. Like we might think, okay, it's a car, whatever, but that's people's mode of transportation to get to work. Maybe they couldn't accept that job because they had no way of getting there.
Yeah.
And then you look at the man featured in the package who now works there. He has a job out of all this. So not only is it helping people, it's giving them second chances, and that is just such an incredible thing. What an awesome thing to do. I
love that so much. So sweet. Now we're going to switch gears just a little bit. Summer may have just kicked off just a few days ago, which means people are guessing what the song of the summer will be. Now listen to this. The Associated Press has multiple categories for songs of the summer, so they're predicting what the top tunes will be while comparing them to past favorites.
So the prediction for breakup song of the summer is What Was That by Lorde. I don't know that song. This is about to show us how old we have become. In the past, the Bee Gees' 1971 hit, How Can You Mend a Broken Heart, was the song of the summer. You know that one?
A little bit.
Okay, so we know the songs of yesterday, not the songs of today.
No, but for the top song for singles ready to mingle, oh no. AP predicts What's Up? What's Up? What's Up?
What's Up?
What's Up by Young Miko. Yeah, in 2007, the song of the summer was Buy You a Drink by T-Pain and Young Jock.
That is a true song of the summer right there.
Wow.
Buy You a Drink. Kaylee, you know Buy You a Drink?
Uh-huh, I'm not singing
Sing
any.
it.
No.
I'm gonna buy you a drink. Ooh, I'm not gonna sing the rest because I think the next line's not appropriate. But good tune right
That's why
there.
I was not gonna sing it.
And if you're out for revenge this summer, AP is ranking Man-Child by Sabrina Carpenter the #1 song of the summer for you, which I don't know if you've heard that one. That's a good one.
A little bit. I've heard bits, yeah.
She's good. She's got a new album coming out. In 2006, Before He Cheats by Carrie Underwood was crowned Song of the Summer, another strong contender.
That's a good one. And finally, for the category Biggest Song of the Year, and therefore the default song of the summer, the Associated Press predicts Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA. In 2023, the song of the summer based on the biggest song of the year was Last Night by Morgan Wallen.
Okay. You know those two? Luther and the Morgan Wallen song?
I know the Morgan Wallen song barely because I lived in Tennessee during that time. It's the only reason I knew that. But anything Kendrick Lamar says, I know nothing of their songs.
That's fair. I hear it on the radio every now and then. I don't know. I don't really like. I don't know. What is your prediction for the song of the summer?
For the song of the you are asking the wrong person because I still listen to stuff back from when I was in high school and college.
Okay, so on your personal playlist, what is like the most played song that would be your song of the summer?
Give me a second. I'd say I'm listening to a lot of Taylor Swift right now.
Good choice.
Of course, especially now that she's got all of her albums back. I know a lot of people kind of didn't listen to certain albums because of that. But I would agree with Sabrina Carpenter, honestly, probably being one of the top songs for sure.
Yeah.
She's really blossomed in the past few years.
Yeah, she really has. She came from Disney Channel, I think.
Yeah, she was on, what was it, Girl Meets World.
Okay, I don't know these shows.
That was a remix of Boy Meets World.
Makes sense, makes sense.
That's all I know.
That's all we know.
That is all I know.
Well, she's doing it. She's at the top of her game.
Yeah.
Or maybe still on the way to the top of her game. She's great. She opened for Taylor Swift.
I was going to say she opened for T Swift. She's on her, or she was on her own tour.
Yeah.
She might still be.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like last summer was definitely a Sabrina Carpenter summer for sure.
Yeah, but if she has a new album coming out again this summer. That's pretty crazy. 2 albums in like 365 days.
Good for her, though.
Yeah, good for her. She's rocking it.
We'll see. We'll do a recap at the end of summer. So once September and October hit, I'll have to do a rewind of how are the top songs of the summer.
That's a great idea. I love that. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Yeah, so please remind us. All right, thanks for joining us for Good News Forecast.
We'll see you next time for more good news from around the world, the country, and right here in our own backyard. Bye.
Bye.